there's a lot of different conspiracies. By the way, many people call you a conspiracy theorist, but I think you're very comfortable with that. And nowadays, anybody that says there was more than a single, shoot, just one person involved, you're a single bullet theory, you're a conspiracy theorist. But I'm going to go through some of these, and you tell me which one of these you give some credence to, and which one of them you say, Pat, I don't know if I give a lot of credence to this. So the grassy knoll, saying the fact that, the second shooter that came, what is it called? There was another person. It wasn't just somebody that came. There was somebody from the other side that shot as well. So that one you just said right now, there was a second shooter. Right. So that one is, yes, you're saying that one that happened. You already said it.
That is what I believe. And I won't repeat what I have already said.
Sure.
Studies of all kinds have shown that was the position of the other shooter.
Yep. The second one is the Black Umbrella Man. Steve Louis Witt, who, he lifted it up, and was he signaling? Did he have a bullet that he shot out of the umbrella? Maybe he had something that he did, or he was signaling to another shooter, and then they do the interview with him afterwards, and he says, no, I just held the umbrella up because I'm a conservative Republican, and I kind of wanted to distract him and kind of wanted to go back and, highlight and link it between him and Chamberlain because of the appeasement, et cetera, et cetera. So do you give any credence to the Black Umbrella Man?
I am not certain about that. It would be an incredibly fortuitous, unbelievably synchronized event if it just happened in that kind of a fashion. At the same time, of course, it could have happened in that way. I don't know. The Black Umbrella Man has been looked into, and I don't have a simple, straightforward, unequivocal answer to give you.
I just wonder if sometimes somebody shows up and says, I just want you to know I was involved and I wanted to tell you this. Please keep this between us. Like, I get regular emails because I'll interview somebody that's controversial. Let's just say I interview Samuel Gravano, okay? And then people who are in the mob will email me and they'll say, please keep this anonymous. You will not know my name, but ... Here's what really happened in the events with Paul Castellano and John Gotti. I was there at Sparks Restaurant, et cetera, et cetera. And they give me their whole story. I wonder if you got a lot of these emails over the years. Here's the third one. Mob did it because the mob helped the Kennedys with Illinois because he kind of needed it. So they got the mayor, 7,000 dead people voted. And then they were hoping that the Kennedys were going to help with Castro and Cuba because Meyer Lansky was taking a hit with his hotels in Cuba when Fidel came and says, you got to get the hell out of here. And then RFK flips and RFK ends up going after the family, after the mob. And so RFK ended up feeling guilty, the fact that maybe he was the reason that killed his brother. Do you think, killed his brother? Do you think the mob had a major involvement in the hit?
I think the mob had a major involvement subsequently to take care of various people, beginning with Lee Harvey Oswald and Jack Rubenstein, Jack Ruby, little Jacob Rubenstein from the Mafia from the age of 17 in Chicago. I do not believe that the Mafia played a role in the primary decision to assassinate the president, because remember, what they would be left with would be Robert Kennedy as Attorney General. So where were they going with that? I do believe there's no question that they were used to follow up to get rid of various people after this happened. Yes.
Got it. So they were not the lead domino, but they were one of the dominoes needed. Yeah. They were not the first one that pushed everything else.
They would not have dared to do it. And more importantly, Patrick, they did not have the wherewithal to really undertake this without and plan to get away with it. Only the highest level of government, as a CIA military level, could have performed this and gotten away with it.
So then the next one becomes the government did it. The government was behind it. According to biographer Philip Shannon, he said, apparently Bobby Kennedy's first suspicion was that it was some rogue element in the CIA. However, after meeting with the CIA director, John McCone, RFK changed his mind. However, at the same time, CIA leaders were notably angry with Kennedy over the Bay of Pigs invasion. We all know this. And the CIA spokesperson, Edward Prince, told NBC, while the CIA conspiracy theories make good fodder for movies, but they are pure fiction. Thoughts on that?
I believe when I say CIA, I mean CIA related, whether they were actively involved at that time, whether they recently resigned. Remember, Allen Dulles was the CIA director. He was fired by Kennedy following the
he was fired.
Debacle, and then he is appointed to the Warren Commission, and he's the one who played the major role in the Warren Commission Justice Warren was pretty busy with the Supreme Court. The two U.S. senators and the two congressmen are pretty damn busy with their congressional duties. So who is running the show there? Alan Dulles. Incredible, unbelievable. If you read this in a novel, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, very interesting people were on that, by the way. You know, the president of the World Bank, what is he doing? I know obviously Gerald Ford, but why is the president of the World Bank on the Warren Commission? What does that have to do with? Very interesting people that were involved in that.
And you know, Patrick, the Southerners on there, Senator Russell and Senator Long,
Richard Russell Jr. Yep.
They very reluctantly went along at LBJ's insistence, and we all know, you know best of all there in Texas, what LBJ could do with the literal, figurative twisting of the arms. Not many people dared defy LBJ.
So if you like this little short clip from an interview I did, click over here to watch the entire interview. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.